Everyone, welcome to another video of IT Workshop. In the last video, we saw how to create a module and then use that module. Okay, the module that we created, it was a very simple one with one variable and two functions, two methods. Right. It was a very simple module, and we learned how to use that module in several ways. Using a directory, using an alias, uh, using importing it into the runtime using the from keyword. So we saw lots of different ways of importing a module. So what was the module? The module was something that we created ourselves. Now in Python there are lots of modules that are created by other people, standard modules, very properly written, tested properly, okay, that are created by other people. Now we can use these modules to do lots of different kind of tasks. Okay, so in the next few videos we will be looking at some popular modules that we will use for various kind of functions. So in this video we are going to look at a module called Doctest. This Doctest module will allow us to do unit testing of the module that we are going to create, of the module, uh, of the file, the functions, the whatever it is that we are going to create. Right. So you will see how we are going to use this Doctest module. Basically, Doctest module allows us to do unit testing of our source code, right, of the various functions that we will create. We will be able to do unit testing. Unit testing is the most basic form of testing where we test these small units, okay, uh, of our entire program. So the entire program will consist of lots of modules. So we will later on, uh, when you if you go to testing in IT, okay, so you will learn how to do integration testing, you will learn how to do lots of other types of testing. The most basic type of testing is unit testing, where you are going to test whether the different methods that you have written, whether they are doing what they are required to do. Right? So you will test these different methods. So that being said, let us start and let us start writing a program, and you will see what we are trying to achieve here. Okay. Now before I start writing the program, I want to remind you about something called docstring that we have already seen. What is docstring? Docstring was strings that we wrote inside classes and function that described those classes or functions. Okay. If you don't remember what is docstring, I would want you to look at the second part of the manual that I sent you. Okay. In your manual, you will find docstring. We use docstring to write a very good documentation for our classes that we created. If you remember, well and good. If you don't remember, go back, look at your manual, you will understand hopefully. Okay. And in case you have difficulty there, uh, you can ask whatever query you have in the comment below, or you can mail me, WhatsApp me, whatever you want. Okay. That being said, let us start writing a program. Our program is going to be very simple. We will write a program to find factorial of a number. Okay. So we will have this function, this method. Let us call it factorial, and it is going to take some number. Okay. Let me save the file. Let me call it mytest.py because we are going to do testing. Okay. So I have this function factorial. This function this is going to be very simple. If my n is less than 0, okay, so there is no factorial of negative number, right? I am going to raise an error. I am going to raise an error of type hello error. Okay. Now what is error? What is raising an error? What is catching an error after trying it in a try block? So all these things you have already seen in object-oriented programming. I am not going to teach you what is try catch, what is exception handling again. Okay. So basically that you should already know. That is a prerequisite. Object-oriented was a prerequisite in this course. So I hope you already know that. If not, you can once again you can come to me, you can mail me, you can send me on WhatsApp, you can write on the comment section below, okay, regarding what is exception handling. But anyway, I expect you to know what is exception handling. Here our value should be 0 or greater than 0. 0 factorial is 1, 1 factorial is 1, 2 factorial is 2 into 1, 3 factorial is 3 into 2 into 1, and so on. You know what is factorial. We cannot have factorials of negative number. So if we have a negative number, if n is less than 0, we have to throw an exception. This is how we throw an exception in Python. We write raise, and then what is the type of exception that we are going to throw? We are going to throw a value error. Okay, so we are going to throw a value error, and we are going to write n must be positive set. Okay, else if n equal 0, we are going to return 1, else we are going to return n into factorial of minus 1. Okay. So this is a recursive function, not good in terms of complexity, but still we are going to go ahead with that. Fine. Let me call this function. It's a value. Sorry. Okay. So when I write factorial of 5, it is giving me 120. When I write factorial of 1, it is minus 1, it is giving me an error. Okay, what is the error? It's a value error which says n must be positive. Fine. Okay. Now let us write a dot string for this. this is how we wrote docstring, if you remember. So what is docstring? This docstring is going to appear in the documentation. If we use the help function, this docstring will be printed to our console, right? So there is one modification that I am going to make to the docstring. I am going to write factorial of, what do I expect out of this? I expect 120 to be equal. Okay. Similarly, I can write here also. I can write factorial of say -1. Okay. What would this return? This would return this error. I don't need to write everything. This is enough. So if I run factorial of 5, 120 should be printed. If I run factorial of -1, this error, a few lines of this error ending with this should be printed. Okay. So see, this is one more thing. If you write docstring, it will often be the case that you will write, along with documentation, you will write examples of how to use some function. Right? So these are examples of how to call the function, and this is the expected output when you run this example. This is the example of how to call the function. This is the expected output out of that function. Right. Now let me call this function again. So here, right. Everything works as before. Okay. Now, if you remember from the last video, we had this Python way of doing the main function. Right? So if main equal main, what do I want to do? If name equal main, I will write some codes in here. When will this code be executed? This will be executed only when I call this file directly. If I import this file, this will not be executed. Okay? Because main attribute will change to my test when I import this file in some other file. When I call this directly, this name attribute will be equal to main. So I want this portion of the code to run only when I call this file directly. Now what is this? I am going to import Doctest. Okay. Doctest is the module that will help us do unit testing. So I am going to import this Doctest, and then in this Doctest I am going to call this function called test module. Okay. Test mode. Now it's done. I'm going to run again. There is no output. So what will I do? I will give this verbose as an added parameter to IT. Okay, and I run again. So now what is happening? It is saying that it is trying to call this factorial 5. This is the first example that I gave in my Doctest, factorial 5. So it called factorial function with this value 5. What was the expected output? 120. So that is the expected output. This was the function that was called. The test ran okay. Next, it tried this factorial minus 1. Factorial function with the parameter minus 1. So it tried to call factorial with minus 1. This was the expected output. A exception. It got the exception. So test was okay. So it ran 2 tests. Both of them turn out to be okay. Right? So in this doc string, after writing this greater than symbol 3 times, I wrote what is the function that is, what is the code that will be executed. Factorial will be called with value 5. Done. It was called with value 5. The answer I expected was 120 and I got 120. So everything was good. Now again I called with factorial minus 1. It threw an error. I was expecting an error. So factorial minus 1. What was the expected value? This. So I got this. So this is also okay. So in this, I did this 2 tests. Using this 2 tests, I was able to determine that at least in this 2 condition, my function is working properly. Okay. Next, let me make some change. Okay. Now instead of returning factorial of 0 is 1, right? So instead of returning factorial of 0 equal to 1, now we are going to return factorial of 0 is equal to 2. If I do this, my output should be something else. Now factorial of 5 is 5 into 4 into 3 into 2 into 1. That is equal to 120. This is the correct value. But if I make this change in my code, if I make this mistake in my code, I am not going to get this correct value. Correct? Okay. But what will happen in this case? Factorial of minus 1, n will be less than 1, the exception will be thrown. This will be correct. So let us see what happens. Okay. See, when I call factorial of 5, I expected 120 as the correct result, but I got 240. Okay. So 240 is not correct. Do you know why we are getting 240? Because we are doing 5 into 4 into 3 into 2 into 1 into 2. Okay. So factorial of 0 into 2. We are getting a 2 at the end where it should have been a 1. So 120 into 2, we are getting 240. But the correct result is 120. So this test failed. On the other hand, this test, factorial of minus 1, this threw the exception as expected and this test passed. So here I had 2 tests in total, 1 passed and 1 failed. Okay. So this is how I know that something is wrong. I go back, I correct it, I run again. Now both of them are passing. I did 2 tests in total, both of them pass, no failure. Okay. So this is how we use this Doctest module to do unit testing in my module, in my file. How do I specify what are the testing to be done? I use this greater than 3 times. Then I write what is it that should be executed. Factorial with parameter 5 should be executed. And then this would be my expected value. Here also, I can write this anywhere. Okay. Wherever I have doc string, I can write this different test. So how will I write the test? Using this 3 greater than sign. I will write the line to be executed, and next I will write the expected outcome. So I can write it anywhere. Here I have written 2 times. Let me make one more case. Factorial of 3. So this should be 6. Okay. I did factorial of 3 tests, and now I'm doing 3 tests. So yeah, all 3 of them are returning correctly. If I make some mistake in here, for example, factorial of 3 is 6, but I am writing 5. Okay, so this is an error in testing. My program is okay, but in testing I am expecting some value which is should not be right. So I run this again. I have 3 testing total, of which 2 passed and 1 failed. So it was a failure testing. I'm correcting it again, running the test again. Now all 3 have passed and 0 have failed. So this is how I use Doctest to do testing of this module. Okay. So that would be all. In the next video, in the next lecture, we are going to learn about another module. That module is called OS. That module will help you talk directly to the operating system from your Python program. You will be able to talk directly to whatever operating system that you are using, be it Windows, be it Linux, be it Mac. In our case, in my PC, I am using Linux. So when I call that OS module, when I call methods of that OS module, I will be interacting with the Linux operating system that is installed on my PC. But the next module onwards, we will be going back to Colab. Okay, so we will be doing that in Colab. So in Colab also Linux itself is used. So there also we will be using these commands of Linux. So see you in the next video. I hope you understood everything. If not, leave a comment, send a WhatsApp message, call me, whatever suits you. I hope you understood. See you in the next video. Thank you.